creepy swamps deep in the heart of Cajun country, I welcome you to Fave Five From Fans, the podcast where I, Jamie Ray, your humble host, invite a friend of mine, and maybe my daughter, to create a list of 5 of their favorite things that we have a shared interest in, be it movies, books, TVs, toys, musicals, or whatever. Our own unique Venn diagram of topics near and dear to our hearts. Then we sit down to compare and contrast, dissect and disseminate our choices for you, the listening audience. We'll start off with honorable mentions, those selections that didn't quite make the Fave Five for good or bad reasons, and then we'll take turns unveiling our choices backwards from 5, 4, 3, 2, and finally the great number 1. You'll hear us discussing everything from alien invasions to zombie attacks, Rom the Space Knight to musical numbers. Are you starting to see a pattern? Edgar Allan Poe to Stephen King, both literary and film adaptations. All that's left is for you to decide who's right, who's wrong, and will we still be friends after all this? I can't wait to get started, so please sit back, strap on your dance shoes, and get ready for this episode of Fave Five From Fans. Welcome, everyone. I am so excited for this episode. I want to welcome, first of all, my daughter Lilli. She is a budding thespian, as many of you may know from our Musical Numbers podcast, which it got a lot of really good reviews and a lot of good comments.
Nice.
And yeah, it was. And one of the things that I really found after this episode was one guy in particular really liked our episode.
Really?
Yeah. And that's our other guest, Phantom Dark Dave. Welcome, Dave.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
Oh, you're welcome. We're so excited for this. So this is the man who needs no introductions. Phantom Dark Dave has been a podcast staple for years now. He just recently wrapped up at the end of last year a long and glorious run on Dave's Pop Culture podcast. And now he's doing his own little thing, 2 new things as a matter of fact. Dave, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you've been up to?
Well, first off, kudos on that pop. That was amazing.
Thank you. I've heard it over and over again. That's the only way to say it.
It's very on key. I love it. But no, man, appreciate that. And yeah, I've been keeping myself busy outside of listening to all of your great episodes. I've been producing. Hey, I love the show, but I've been producing the podcast From Another World. That's where I joined Brian over on Terrible Terror, and we throw down on all kinds of horror movies. And I specialize on the oldies. I call them oldie but goodies. And then of course there's always Dave's Pop Culture Podcast YouTube edition.
Yeah. And so I've been hearing something about a new podcast network too. What's that all about?
I've heard the same thing, and then I found out recently that you and I were both a part of it.
Right. It's not a regular podcast network though, is it?
No, it's slightly irregular.
That's right. Dave and I are both on the SIP network, the Slightly Irregular Podcasters. And it's really just a really cool group. We've got different attitudes, different podcasts, different outlooks, and then a lot of them overlap together. And we're here to support each other, get the word out, and just put this content as far and wide as we can.
And we're happy to do it.
Yes, sir. So tell us real quick, Dave, we can reach you with different platforms.
So if you ever want to converse with me, the easiest place is going to be Twitter, because that's where I spend most of my time when it comes to any social media gathering, and that's at Dave_Phantom. If you find me on there, feel free. If you like anything from horror, science fiction, Turner Classic Movies, you name it, comic books, feel free to hit me up. We can start conversations, maybe even podcast a time or two. But, as we mentioned before, we do have the Slightly Irregular Podcast Network, where now you can find us on Instagram, where we all just post pictures of anything podcast or movie related.
It's a great little place for you to go to find 8 awesome podcasts all in the same place.
Yes.
Yes, it is. So what I usually like to ask my guests at this point is, what makes you uniquely qualified for this podcast?
besides being a nerd, it's my love for classic movies. I always get such a head turn being somebody who's 35 years old and realizing that I love the favorite movies that my grandfather loved type situations. And I don't know, man, the older movies just have a sense of charm to them. And though there are many people on this planet that know more about musicals than I do, I definitely enjoy it with the best of them. And I think I'll bring a special flavor.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Lilli and I have been working on we have a co-joined list.
Yes.
So we're going to give out, we're going to take turns. But you have been asked to bring a list of your 5 favorite musicals. And do you have a couple of honorable mentions?
I do. And I have to start out by saying something I say every time we record, and it's never going to get old. But this was the hardest list for me to ever put together. I thought this was going to be so great to talk musicals with you guys. This is going to be easy just to pick out 5 of my favorites. And then I looked at the laundry list of musicals that I have, and it became the most challenging thing, especially when boiling down number 1 and number 2. It could have went either way.
Really?
And
wow.
I had to say, I was a little, not going to say intimidated, but I was worried because I didn't know what you guys were going to bring to the table, and I didn't know how many movies between the two of you I was going to face. I thought at least 10, and I sat there and thought, this was the only time in podcast history where I wish I could know your list ahead of time, because as I mentioned, being a lover of classic movies, there are still some that I haven't seen, and I feel like today I'm going to get called out.
After the Jimmy Stewart episode that we did together, which was a lot of fun,
Yes.
I just really gained a lot of respect for your knowledge and your love of the classic movies. So I do feel a little bad that I called you out on not seeing It's a Wonderful Life. Though I hope I made up for it with the little package there, just to let you know how much I loved you. But this time I really am not in a really comfortable space here. Lilli is the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you eat, drink, and sleep movies.
Yes.
So musicals, I mean. You eat, drink, and sleep musicals. So I'm going to really kind of be interested to see, Dave, how you and Lilli's lists go together.
We're going to have very different lists.
Yeah, I think so. Someone told me who they think Dave's number 1 choice is going to be.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see if they were right or not.
I wish I knew who told you.
I'll tell you, it was someone from the Back in Time podcast, and that's all I'll say.
It could go so many different ways. Okay, I'll take it.
All right. Well, so then let's do this then. If you're ready, we're ready. Why don't you tell us what your honorable mentions were?
Originally, you said that I couldn't have more than 87 honorable mentions.
That's true.
I narrowed it down to 11.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
And even simpler than that, 10 of my honorable mentions go together.
Oh, well, you can't ask for more than...
Same.
I don't know. I've got to take my shoes off to count over 10.
Okay.
Let's just sit back and enjoy it.
So, one of my favorite entertainers of all time is Fred Astaire. And I knew going into this, my top 5, I'm going to have some Fred Astaire. And I was baffled to find out that though I love Fred Astaire, he doesn't have the best movies.
Really?
I enjoy all of them, but when I had to battle down best musicals, just kind of like an overall, I found myself not putting any Fred Astaire in my top 5, and it breaks my heart. So, though I'm not going to mention every Fred Astaire film, all 10 of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers films get nominated.
Well, thank you for saying Ginger Rogers, because as any good father of daughters know, Ginger Rogers did everything that Fred Astaire did, backwards and in heels.
Which would be even more difficult.
Even more difficult, and she never broke a sweat. So that's awesome. So of those 10, what would be your favorite one? Putting you on the spot.
Swing Time.
Well, you're sure you don't need some more time to think about that?
Because that one was the one that was really hard not to make it. Because that is definitely my favorite Fred Astaire Ginger Rogers movie. Yeah.
And really quickly, what's that one about?
So it's like any other one where Fred Astaire isn't interested in Ginger Rogers, but then he becomes interested in Ginger Rogers, and he becomes so sweet, and he's chasing her down, and he has all the right moves, and it's hilarious, but there are some winter settings in there, and they're just breathtaking.
the clothes that I had before.
When you're talking to a lady, you should take your hat off.
The rollicking romance of a gambling hoofer who loses his heart to a beautiful dance teacher in a merry mad chase of melody and mirth. To the lilting tunes of 6 hit songs by Jerome Kern and Dorothy Fields. The hilarious comedy of Vic DeVore, Helen Broderick, and Eric Blore. Spectacular production numbers, stunning beauties, and the toe-tapping magic of the king and queen of captivating rhythm, Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers.
You're not going to run out with all our dough. I got to get married.
I wouldn't let you marry her for $10,000.
How about 20? Not for 20,000. 25.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
You know, there's of course 2 movies that I know of his. First of all, Singing in the Rain, classic. You know, you've seen that on and on and on. But what's the one where he's dancing in the room and it turns on all 4 sides?
Well, Jamie, since we're so close friends, I have to call you out because I'm pretty sure Fred Astaire is not in Singing in the Rain.
Oh, see, you're already should call me out. That's okay. Who was that?
Gene Kelly.
Gene Kelly. Oh, okay. Well, I'm guessing, is it Gene Kelly who's in the room too?
No.
No. Okay. Is that Fred Astaire?
So, Dancing in the Room is Fred Astaire. Yes.
Okay, that's an awesome.
That one is Royal Wedding.
Royal Wedding.
Because if you're talking about the way the room spins around, yes,
that's it.
That's it.
Royal Wedding. Okay. Well. Okay. So that's your first 10. What's your 11th honorable mention?
Wizard of Oz.
Imagine you're over the rainbow in a fantastic land of tiny people half your size and yellow brick roads that can lead anywhere. A land of flying monkeys and the Wicked Witch of the West. A land of danger and excitement. And fun. Follow the yellow brick road and find the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. When here he is, the Wizard of Wiz, if ever a wiz there was. If ever or ever a wiz there was, the Wizard of Oz is one because of the wonderful things he does.
A scarecrow that dances, a lion that sings, a tin man that talks, a wizard that whizzes, and Dorothy, and you.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz. Imagine.
Oh.
That one's good.
It is. I love Judy Garland very much. You'll probably hear her name in my top 5. A lot of folks will consider Wizard of Oz her most iconic movie of all time. I would never argue that point, but I found 5 others that I wanted, and this is just the one that kind of, just had to be mentioned.
You like that one, don't you, Boo?
Yeah, I really like Wizard of Oz. It's, I like the scene where you can only see the witch's socks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, the one at the beginning after they drop the house on her?
Yeah, just her socks and the shoes. That's my favorite.
That's a good scene. Mine is when she lets loose her flying monkeys. I always wish I had flying monkeys when somebody made me mad. I could be like, fly to their house and poop on their car, flying monkeys, or I don't know, whatever flying monkeys do. All right, well, Boo, Lily, why don't you give us just pull one out of the air? What's an honorable mention for you?
I really liked Wicked.
Staying in the Wizard of Oz vein.
Yeah, I just saw it a few months ago, and it was long, but it was worth it. I think it was a great twist on the original Wizard of Oz story, and it gave this whole new point of view. I haven't read the book, but I have it on my bookshelf, so I'm probably going to get to it, but it was just a good movie. It was about the Wicked Witch of the West named Elphaba, but in this story, it doesn't depict her as the bad guy. It depicts her in her high school years with her friend Glinda. And it basically gives her point of view through the entire thing, being a bullied and just kind of abused girl who, from the point of view of Dorothy, is this wicked, evil green, ugly woman trying to steal her shoes, you know? But in Wicked, it shows her as this helpless, kind of new, vulnerable point of view, and I think that's a good little twist.
Oh, yeah.
And Dina Menzel also is amazing. You know, she was Elsa, she was in Rent, and she was the Elphaba in the original Wicked. And Defying Gravity, when she hits those notes, it's the best thing ever.
Oh,
It's so
awesome.
good.
To those who ground me, take a message back from me. Tell them I am defying gravity. I'm flying high, defying gravity. And soon I'll match them in renown. And nobody in all of Oz, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me down. Look at her, she's wicked. Yeah, no more, so wicked. So we got to bring her
Awesome. That's a great one. And luckily, I got to see that one with y'all. I thought it was an incredible play. It really was. Dave, have you seen that one?
I have not. I've always been aware of it, but I gotta ask, in Wicked, does she still have the awesome socks?
I don't think so. Wait, did she?
I think she has them near the end.
Yeah, she might have them near the end, like when the actual events of Wizard of Oz take place. That's near the end of Wicked. So she might actually have the socks on at the end.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
don't remember.
But I was surprised that she was green through the entire movie.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part about her. I don't know. I guess I just assumed when she turned bad, she turned green. But during the musical, you find out from birth she's green, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So it's really cool. Well, I have one honorable mention that you'll be very, very familiar with, Dave. I'm talking about 1978's musical romantic comedy, Grease, because Grease is the word.
This is the main brain, Vince Fontaine, beginning your day with the only way. Music, music, music. Get out of bed, it's the first day of school. Don't be a slob, don't get a job, go back to class, you can pass. And to start the day off nice and fine, I'm going to play a new old favorite of mine.
I have seen this movie over and over and over again. John Travolta as Danny, Olivia Newton-John as Sandy, and Stockard Channing as Betty Rizzo, leader of the Pink Ladies. How do you like that one?
I love it. It's a movie I toyed with also. It's one that actually was on the list and then got booted from the list. It was on the honorable mention, then got booted by 11 other movies. And you're right, man. Grease is the word, because anytime that movie's on, I don't care which part it's at, it's one I'll sit and finish.
Yeah, I'm so with you. Same way with us. If it's on TV, it stays on until that flies into the heavens. So I kind of sat down to see, all right, well, I'm going to choose which one is my favorite song out of it. And that one was pretty tough. So I've got to think, to me, it comes down to maybe Grease Lightning or the We Go Together Grease reprise thing at the end of the movie. That was a good one. Lily, do you have a favorite one from there?
Mine would either be Beauty School Dropout or We Go Together.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. I love Beauty School Dropout. That's good. How about you, Dave? You have a favorite Grease song?
Yeah. The two would be the opening track. Love the Grease theme. When that song comes on the radio, I kind of lose it. And then also Stranded at the Drive-In.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a little melody. It's just awesome.
Yes. Well, awesome. Well, I think if we've got our honorable mentions out of the way, Dave, why don't you give us your number 5?
My number 5 is from 1951. It's An American in Paris.
This is Paris, and I'm an American who lives here. I'm a painter. All my life, that's all I've ever wanted to do. brother, if you can't paint in Paris, you better give up and marry the boss's daughter. Oh, I have a lot of good friends in Paris. A lot of very good friends. Paris is it's like love or art or faith. It can't be explained, only felt. Just listen to my heart go pitter-pat. It started from the start. I felt like that. Hum it, strum it, sing it, drum it. What a thrill I'm getting from it. Tra la 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 la.
Oh, okay. So you'll have to tell us about this one.
An American in Paris is a movie that is packed with energy, which I'm a big fan of, and charm. It's Gene Kelly. He plays, in my opinion, one of his best roles ever. He's Jerry Mulligan. He's a broke American painter who lives in Paris, and he gets discovered by a wealthy woman who offers to help fund his paintings, though it becomes clear that she's more interested in him than she is his paintings. Jerry then falls in love with Leslie Caron's character, but then she's in love with one of his best friends, and so basically we get a do-si-do of emotion, but it's always great to see young people in love, especially when it's Gene Kelly who's putting on the song and dance.
It's like a love square instead of a triangle, huh?
Yes.
Wow. And so out of that one, do you have a favorite number in the movie?
And even though it's a musical, I would say it's the dancing that does it for me in this one. He's so lively and energetic that sometimes you go with the music, but you're watching Gene Kelly. Anything from just dancing down the pavement or dancing on top of a piano. It's fantastic. Wow,
that's awesome. An American in Paris. Okay, cool. Lily has our number 5. Why don't you give it to us, girl?
My number 5 is Lion King, the Broadway and the movie.
Oh, surrender! Don't shake your head. Okay, that was the dad one. I'm sorry. The Lion King, well-established film. Now, you just saw the new one too, didn't you?
Yeah.
So is this going to be included in that?
No.
Oh.
It's the original one and the Broadway version.
Wow, seems like you've thought about this a little bit.
Yeah.
So tell us, what do you love so much about the original animation and the Broadway one?
I think it's just, for the original animated one, I think it's just a nice story. And it's all kind of stuck with me, but it was really when I got to see the Broadway version that it was like, this is really great. We went to see it at, I think, the Sanger, and I remember us having to rush there because our breakfast came in late.
Oh.
And so we just had to, run to the theater.
Is that when your nanny took you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember that story.
Yeah. My favorite song in the entire thing is Hakuna Matata. And my favorite memory of it is when we went to see it at the theater, and there's this scene in Hakuna Matata when it changes from young Simba to adult Simba. And the transition is the adult Simba has to swing it on a vine, and I remember being like, that's so cool. But his mic wasn't working.
Oh, no.
But the thing I just remember so vividly is you could still hear him. I was like, what?
Oh, just like his voice was projecting across the theater? Wow, and this was at the Sanger Theater in New Orleans, right? Beautiful theater.
We were probably in the balcony, but we could still hear him, and I was like, what?
Wow, that's crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Dave, have you ever made it to the Sanger down in New Orleans?
I have not.
Oh, man, if you ever come, once everything opens back up, we got to take you there because it is a beautiful... I'll just go to tell you, I was watching concerts like Love and Rockets back in 88, 89 in there, and it was just from then to what it is now and what they've redone the place in, it is amazing. Like the entire vaulted ceiling is painted like the stars, and it's got high class, all the velvet ropes, and it's an amazing place to see. I was truly impressed to watch Wicked there. It was an amazing experience. So if that's your number 5, I guess that means Dave gives us number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at Dad counting backwards.
My number 4 is from 1944. It's Meet Me in St. Louis.
Clang, clang, clang went the trolley. Ding, ding, ding went the bell. Zing, zing, zing went my heartstrings. From the moment I saw him, I fell.
Meet Me in St. Louis is the tender, romantic story of the most popular young beauty of the early 1900s, of her crush on the boy next door, of her lovable, yet at times humorous family.
If you like me like I like you, and we like both the same, I like to say it's very gay. I'd like to change your name. We will dance for hoochie coochie. You will be my tootsie whoopsie if you will meet me in St. Louis, Louis. Meet me at the fair.
I know that movie.
Do ya?
Woohoo! Hands up. High five.
Oh, man. It's, I have to start off by giving my shout out to Johnny Staggs on Twitter, because he's the reason that I finally sat down and watched this movie. I talked to him about it, and he told me it was one of his 3 favorite movies of all time. And I actually owned it. So I was like, what? Then I need to watch this movie. And then I did, and there's just been no turning back since then. This movie, it's based in 1904. It surrounds the Smith family. It stars Judy Garland. And everything about this movie is wonderful. All the songs, anything including the trolley song and Have Yourself a Merry Christmas, it just brings a smile to your face. It's such a time capsule of a film. And it reminds me of a time that was just so simple and pleasant.
Wow. Now, is this the movie, if I'm not mistaken, where they make a pact to meet back up?
No.
Is that? No? Okay, so I'm trying to think of
That's
what
I Know
movie
What You
that
Did
one
Last
is.
Summer. No, I'm just playing.
So what's the idea behind Meet Me in St. Louis then?
The fair is opening up. Everybody's really excited. And basically, Judy Garland, like I said, the Smith family, simple times. It's just a wonderful feel-good movie. Everything is great. There's romance in the air. They make ketchup, which I didn't even know people could make ketchup at home. That's really cool. But I guess in 1904, there wasn't much else to do.
Yeah.
But everything kind of changes, and the film takes a slightly darker tone when you find out that the dad has been promoted and they have to move to New York. And that crushes the small town hearts of these people. And it takes, surprise, surprise, the Christmas spirit to change everything. And seeing Judy Garland in that beautiful red dress in the windowsill singing Have Yourself a Merry Christmas, it fills the hearts of everybody. And it's such a great feel-good movie. It has a perfect ending, and it just makes me really want to go to that fair.
Oh, awesome. Have you ever made it to a World's Fair?
Nope.
Wow. The only one I've ever been to was the one in, I think it was 1984, and that one was here in New Orleans. And it was an experience unlike any other I've seen, so I can't imagine what it must have been like back in 1904. Okay. That would have been crazy. Cool. Okay. So let's see. Go back through my map. Carry the 3 to the 2. What number are we on?
No, you have to do your number 4 too.
My number 4?
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't keep up with this. We got to write it down somewhere. All right. So my number 4 is probably the most famous horror musical of all times, behind Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's right. I'm talking about 1986's Little Shop of Horrors. Little shop of horrors, little shop of terrors. This is the American horror comedy movie, oddly enough, directed by the Muppet Man himself, Frank Oz. Yeah. It's got some incredible appearances through it. You've got Rick Moranis, Ellen Greene. You've got Steve Martin.
Oh, mama.
'Cause I'm a dentist and a sex fail. Say ah. Ah. Say ah. Ah. Say ah. Now spit.
And Levi Stubbs, who is the voice of Aubrey too.
I'm just a mean green mother from outer space, and I'm bad. Outer space. Mother from outer space, and it looks like you've been had. I'm just a mean green mother from outer space, so get off my back, get out my face, 'cause I'm mean and green, and I am bad.
It's a great film. It has a really cool slums feel to it. About everybody is really downtrodden. And then Seymour, who works for Mr. Mushkin, finds a flower during a solar eclipse, brings it home, starts to feed it, nothing helps it, and then he finally drops some blood on it. And then Audrey too starts to sprout and become huge. And so it's a really interesting film because it's set in Skid Row, downtown, as a matter of fact, one of the early songs. And Seymour and his unrequited love, Audrey, are finally able to come to terms. And during my favorite number, Suddenly Seymour, they finally are able to pronounce their love for each other. And through a series of events, turns out not to be so quite a happy ending for either the plant or the world, depending on which ending you've seen.
Yeah.
But Little Shop of Horrors from 1986. That's going to be my number 4. Dave, I'm sure you've seen this one.
Nope.
Oh!
There it is.
Well, that's okay then. See what I did there?
Yeah. It's on your list, which means now I have to watch it.
Now you have to, but you have to watch the original Roger Corman film.
Well, that's accepted. That's okay.
Yeah, because that one's that's awesome. I mean, early Jack Nicholas is in it. Have you ever seen that scene at least?
Yes.
Yes, so that's a great one. So yeah, do yourself a science fiction double feature and watch them both.
Well, you never know. The original might find its way on the podcast from another world.
Whoa, that would be cool. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, well, that's my number 4. So, Phantom Dark Dave, give us your number 3.
Judy Garland returns, 1949, in the good old summertime.
Tonight in dreamland under the silvery moon.
Oh, okay. One I have not seen.
I'm actually glad you haven't seen it. You know why?
Why?
Because it's a remake of one of my favorite Jimmy Stewart movies.
Come on.
Yeah, we talked about this on the episode you had.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this one had to make my list. It's wonderful. It's Judy Garland and Van Johnson. It's a wonderful feel-good movie that proves you can make a successful remake. The chemistry between Judy Garland and Van Johnson is so real, and the cool thing about this, you'll appreciate this, is we get a talking role from Buster Keaton.
Wow.
But he still gives us his slapstick comedy in between.
That's pretty cool. I was not aware of that. I saw Buster Keaton in a movie. Was it Mad, Mad, Mad World?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think he talked in that one. That's the only other one I've seen where he's talked.
Well, you'll never see this coming. Guess what?
He dances too?
Well, no, I was going to say this movie also has Christmas in it.
Oh.
It always makes a movie better, in my opinion.
It does. Christmas is the reason for the season.
And now I have something I want to tell you. It's like a challenge.
Okay.
I don't want to take away from Van Johnson just as his performance in other movies to act. He's a great actor, but he does something in this movie that I think you'll understand when I describe it.
Okay.
He embodies the character of James Stewart.
Really?
You know how Carl Urban plays Bones, but he also is an amazing DeForest Kelley?
Yes.
That's exactly what we get from Van Johnson as Jimmy Stewart in this movie.
Oh, really?
It's kind of mind-blowing because, the movie starts out with some monologue. He's talking, and I'm like, did James Stewart do the audio? What's happening? It's so, and James Stewart has a unique style, and it's just mimicked perfectly, at least in some parts. And then his reaction to certain things, I mean, if I didn't know any better, I felt like he was trying to be James Stewart, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing, not if you do it right. Now, the only other thing that I remember Van Johnson from is he was a villain on Batman 66.
He was.
It was a musical villain too, right? He played like not a ukulele.
I wouldn't be surprised because that show is very silly. But the only reason I answered yes so quickly is because when I was going through a lot of the stuff that he had been in, that stood out of, hey, he was in the 66 Batman.
Yep. I think he was called the musician or the minstrel, but he had that old pluckety-pluck Robin Hood type look to him, and he had that. Oh yeah, that was an awesome one. Well, I'm gonna have to go and watch this movie now.
Just make sure you watch the original first.
Okay, all right, I could do that. Well, awesome. All right, so then we are now going to go to you, Lily Boo. What's your number 3 guess?
My number 3 is Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia, let me go.
No, that's not the right one. It's Mamma Mia, here I go again.
Oh, okay.
I have a dream, a song to sing, to help me cope with anything.
We're here for the wedding.
You are expecting us.
Oh my God, yeah. Yes.
Mamma Mia, here I go again. My, how can I resist ya? Mamma Mia, does it show again? My, just how much I miss ya. Yes, I've been broken hearted, blue since the day we parted.
Is your father here?
You tell me.
Did I ever let you go? Mamma Mia, now I really know. My, I should not have let you go. Mamma Mia.
You sound like you're having fun already.
My, I should not have let you go.
That's a great movie.
No, I really like this. I've probably seen it over 100 times.
She's not lying either.
Roughly. It's about this girl named Sophie, and she's about to have her wedding, and she decides to invite her father, but she doesn't know who it is. There are 3 possible people: Sam, Bill, and Harry. And the mother, Donna, didn't know she was inviting them, but she sees them, and she's like, oh my gosh. And basically, it's just a whole big mess.
Hilarity ensues.
Yeah, and it's all ABBA songs, and I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
I think my favorite song is either Dancing Queen or maybe SOS. And I know people don't usually like SOS, but I really like it. I don't know why.
You know what? It's your favorite, so it's perfect for the show. and we actually got to see the CYT group put on Mamma Mia, right? We knew one of the stars.
Yeah. I also saw the off-Broadway version, too.
Yeah?
Yeah. By far, my favorite scene is probably Chiquitita. So
I'm a little worried that you like that scene, but
it's when Donna, the mother's two friends, are trying to cheer her up, and she's basically crying in the bathroom. So one of them has to get on her knees and stand underneath the door and be like, "Don't worry," and the other one stands on her back above the door, and she's like, "Don't worry," and it's just funny.
Yeah, the whole thing is almost in the bathroom, right?
Yeah. And I also really like Dancing Queen when they all go run on the dock and jump and sing and dance. It's amazing.
Because as you grow up, you'll find out that adults, they do practice choreographed dances to break into it.
Definitely.
I probably shouldn't have told you that so early, but until you get your adult handbook. But it'll come. So, Dave, have you seen this movie?
But I'm very aware of it. I've seen the trailer so many times, and I've even asked somebody, I was like, should I watch this movie? And they didn't say, yes, you should absolutely watch this movie. You, Dave, need to watch this movie. Like, I know you, and I know you would like this movie. Like, that's all it would have taken. But now that it's on Lily's list, it's on your list, cool. I'll watch it. I'm looking forward to it. I just have one question.
Yes, sir.
Is part 2 any good? Do you know?
I actually haven't seen it. Lily, have you seen it? Yes, you did.
Yeah. I remember I saw it in Florida, and I had sweet potato fries, and it was actually pretty good.
The sweet potato fries or the movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, dearly noted.
So I do have to say, as not one who does a lot of musicals, this film is very enjoyable. Not only is the singing top notch from all of the normal people, plus you've got who's the boyfriend?
I don't remember who Sky is.
Oh, he's the guy who ends up being Tony Stark's father on Agent Carter. I remember that because we were looking at him so weird and we looked him up. But anyway, Pierce Brosnan turns in a really awesome performance, as do all of the friends and Sophie.
Amanda Seyfried,
that's it. She was great, especially when she's trying to balance all three of the dads and the mom and the two friends of her and all this stuff. I really enjoyed it. So Dave, I'll be that person who says you need to watch this movie.
Yeah, definitely.
So there you go. Now it's on her list, and I've told you. So
I have no other choice.
No other choice.
I'll get back to you.
Okay, well, then that means we are on your number 2 dose, as they would say. Lay it on us.
This was the hard one, man. Remember going back and forth, which one's 1, which one's 2. I was going to hit you up and be like, I'm going to do the first thing that's ever been done on your podcast. I'm going to have 2 number 1s. Like, it was almost at that point. But I said, you know what? It's a challenge. Need to put them in order. So number 2, Judy Garland's back. It's the oldest movie on my list. It's from 1943. It actually has your daughter's name in it. It's Presenting Lily Mars.
When I look at you, I hear lovely music. Can it be my heart that sings?
I know why you treat me as a child. It's because you're afraid to think of me as a woman.
Never heard of it.
Not surprised. That's okay. But I'll tell you right now, this is my favorite Judy Garland film.
Wow. So that's 3 Judy Garland musicals so far. Is that right?
It is.
Wow, man, you do love some Judy Garland. That's awesome.
It was a loophole because originally I wanted to do a top 5 Judy Garland. You said no, so then I said, "How about a musical?" And then I smiled devilish, and here we are. I brought Judy Garland to your podcast.
You tricked me.
I kind of did. Let me tell you something. Obviously, I love this because it's a musical, but you know what? There are so many fun characters to explore in this movie. Judy Garland plays a young girl. She's barely 20. She aspires to become a star, and she does everything in her willpower to prove it. But what can a small-town Indiana girl who lives at home with her mom and 3 siblings do? Well, she's Lilli. She's full of spirit. She's constantly getting knocked down, but she keeps getting up. She believes in her dreams, and she does everything in her power to prove that she's a star. I'm telling you, this movie is very funny, and it sends a good message about positive persistence.
So she must have been really young in this film then.
Yeah, 43, so yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. And it's got your name in it. I think I mentioned that, though. So, do you have a favorite number out of this one?
No, this movie, it's one of those things where you either love it or hate it. And I say that because I can put it on, and before I know it, it's over, and I just enjoyed it. It's all like one big song and dance.
Oh, cool.
But it's also divided up by a good story, and that's what really does it for me, is having a good story accompanied by good musical numbers, good dance sequences, everything above. But I've always been a Judy Garland fan, and she's in one corner and she does everything she's supposed to do, and it's great. But then everybody else gets to come in and be in the movie as well, and they bring their A game, and it's just a really fun movie. And it's also really hard to get.
Really?
It is. And the reason that I'm happy to announce it to the world is I have a short story I'll tell you. I remember I was in a movie store one time. Remember when those existed? And
oh, yeah.
I bought it, and I took it home, and it was defective. And I was like, no worries. I'll just take it back and get another. Yeah, they're like, we don't have any more in our database in the country.
Oh, no.
Like, okay.
Was this VHS or DVD?
This was DVD.
Okay.
But this was still, a little bit before. And I was like, that's okay. I took it back. They were like, just give me store credit. Okay. So I waited it out. I went to a half-price books, and I found it on VHS for $1. I was like, there's a win. There is a win. I bought it. I took it home. I fell in love with it immediately. I started looking on platforms to see if I could get a high-definition copy. There's not an HD one, but I was able to secure a standard-definition digital one on Vudu, and I've never been more happy.
That is an awesome story. Oh, man, I wish we had half-price books here. Oh, man. Every time we go to Texas, wherever we go to Houston or Dallas, we always try to hit at least one of them, and I'll always find a nugget there.
Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
When you invite me to come visit, don't bring up the fact that there's no half-price books around you.
I also won't tell you there's no In-N-Outs. How about that?
Well, see, that's okay with me. I'm not too hard on food. I'll pretty much eat whatever.
Oh, well, there's plenty of good food here, that's for sure.
Hey, I look forward to visiting it when all this is over.
Yeah, me too. Speaking of me too, I think it's my number 2. And my number 2 is a very specific musical number that I watched probably 7 times in one weekend because it was so good. That's right, I'm talking about 2020's Mulan Jr. put on by CYT, starring Lily Ray as Chin Po.
Okay.
Yeah, you were a star, baby. This was great. It was very similar in the overall story to the animated movie, and it had all of the normal characters on it, including Mulan and Mulan's 3 friends, which are Yao, Ling, and Chin Po. And Lily got to be Chin Po, and she did a fantastic job.
Yes.
And I really loved it. And my 2 favorite numbers are I'll Make a Man Out of You.
I'm never gonna catch my breath. Take one of those to do me. Always like a full-on school for cutting his hair. This guy's come scared to death, but he doesn't see right through me. Even lucky crickets can't make her a hair. Be a man. You must be swift as a coursing river. Be a man. With all the force of a great typhoon. Be a man. With all the strength of a raging fire. Mysterious as the dark side of the moon.
And A Girl Worth Fighting For.
A long time marching on to battle. In a thundering herd, we feel a lot like cattle. When the counting feet are 18 feet, it's easy to ignore. Think of instead a girl worth fighting for. Huh? You heard what he said. A girl worth fighting for. I want to live in the moon with eyes that shine like stars. I go marvel at my strength, adore my battle scars.
I couldn't care less what she wear or what she looks like. It all depends on what she cooks, like beef, pork, chicken.
Yum!
And I think A Girl Worth Fighting For, I like a little bit more of it. It edged it out just a little bit. But it's now streaming, and Dave, I'm going to send you a link.
Okay.
Yeah, don't make that face. I'm sharing it with Mr. Dave. And you can watch it. It's a cute little, and they put in some amazing performances. They really do, especially everyone.
Well, you just can't get mad at me for saying haven't seen that one yet.
No, I cannot get mad at you, but I will send you a ticket for the next one that she's in when we get past all of this stuff.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right, so we've done 5, we've done 4, we've done 3, and I just did 2.
Yeah.
So that means 6 is left? No. That means number 1. Mr. Dave.
Number 1, yeah.
Give us your favorite musical of all times.
All right.
That I'm going to make a prediction does not star Judy Garland.
You are 100% correct.
See, I listen when you talk.
But you know what else?
What?
There's no way in the world that anybody from the Back in Time podcast could have predicted this.
Oh.
It's not Aladdin.
That's what they told me it would be.
Oh, I know. Yeah. They're on the network too. I know those guys really well. I love Aladdin. I love the fact that Lilli said Lion King was on her list. These are all great movies. But when I set my mind to a musical, it's going to be Turner Classic, and Aladdin's too new.
Okay. I'm good with that.
What's really funny?
It's your list.
It is my list, but what's really ironic about it is my list is almost like a sandwich. The middle was full of Judy Garland, but it begins and ends with Gene Kelly. My number 1's from 1954. It's Brigadoon.
Brigadoon, as a motion picture, has been hailed as the brightest singing and dancing spectacle since An American in Paris. A whopping new screen triumph by the same star, the same director, and the same producer who gave you that Academy Award-winning musical.
Brigadoon tells a wonderful story, too. An American in Scotland. A courageous young fella who isn't afraid to admit he's fed up with the big city hubbub. And he does something about it, amid the quiet beauty of the Highlands.
A hunting he goes.
Ah, yes, but a romance he finds.
With 2 loves in his life, he makes a choice.
Will it be the village girl from Brigadoon who adores him body and soul?
Or the sophisticated cafe society beauty of New York's nightlife?
The only Scotch she knows comes out of a bottle.
Brigadoon.
Have either of you seen Brigadoon?
No.
No.
It's another rare movie, and it's something that a client of mine brought to my attention about 4 or 5 years ago. And I thought I had already seen The Best of the Best with Gene Kelly. And she's like, oh no, you need to see Brigadoon. I'm like, I've never even heard of Brigadoon. She's like, that's okay. When you find it, you'll love it. She told me a little bit about it. I had to stop her. I was like, no spoilers. We're good. I sought out the movie. I found it. I've seen it so many times. Brigadoon makes my number 1 for so many reasons. It brings back 2 of my actors who have been in my top 5. It's Van Johnson and Gene Kelly. Gene Kelly, if you haven't noticed by now, is an icon. He's a staple in the musical genre. But now we're going to toss in Sid Cherie, who did a lot of work with Gene and Fred Astaire through time. But if that isn't enough, check this out. We're going to throw in a great story and an amazing set.
Okay. So what's the story?
Gene Kelly and Van Johnson are hunters. Well, let's just say they're average guys, but they're going hunting. And they're hunting on a trip in Scotland. And they get lost in the woods. And they stumble upon a small village that's called Brigadoon. But here's the catch. Brigadoon is nowhere to be found on the map.
Oh.
It's as if the town doesn't even exist. Okay? Everything is going good. Everything, everybody's really friendly. Of course, Gene Kelly spots and falls in love with Fiona, who's played by Sid Cherie. So that's great. And they grow really close. But then she lets him in on the town secret. And I'm not going to reveal what that secret is. But in my opinion, this movie is a true testament of love and sacrifice. And I will tell you that it's one that I keep coming back to every year.
Wow. That's really interesting.
It is also my favorite Gene Kelly movie.
Oh, wow. So it's a twofer.
Yep.
Wow. So this actually, from what you're saying, kind of makes me think of a Deep Space Nine episode.
Okay.
But that's for another time.
That's 2 Star Trek references so far. But yes, Brigadoon from 1954. If anybody's seen it, I'm pretty sure they love it. And anybody who's remotely interested, I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, well, I actually am familiar with Sid Charisse. And then Van Johnson, like I said, he was whoever the Batman villain is there. So I'm really surprised that Singing in the Rain was not in there. I guess that's why it's one of the things I first think of when I think musicals.
And most people do, especially associated with Gene Kelly, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a fantastic movie. Dare it be another honorable mention, but if you put Singing in the Rain against Brigadoon, I would say the world chooses Singing in the Rain, and Phantom Dark Dave chooses Brigadoon.
And that's what it's all about.
There it is.
Awesome. Well, I think that leaves us with your number one, Lily.
Yeah.
Why don't you sing it out at the top of your voice?
I'm okay. But my number one is the 2007 Hairspray.
Oh my God. How did I not know this?
Yeah.
Woke up today, feeling the way I always do. Hungry for something that I can't eat. Then I hear that beat, that rhythm of town start calling me down. It's like a message from high above. Pulling me out to the smiles and the streets that I love. Good morning, Baltimore. Every day's like an open door. Every night is a fantasy. Every sound's like a symphony. Good morning, Baltimore. And someday when I take to the floor, the world can wake up and see Baltimore and me.
The reason I like this one so much is it was really the reason I started doing musical theater and getting into it. So me and my mom would always go to these CYT plays. It was okay, but then I saw Hairspray, and it was fantastic. And I knew that I had to do musical theater.
Oh.
So we signed up.
Yep.
And, well, the rest is history.
The rest is herstory.
Yeah.
And you have never looked back. I have to tell you, I am so amazed at how you've taken to musical theater and how you are just fearless out there. And it makes my heart swell. So, Hairspray, the musical, this is based on the one with Ricky Lake.
Yes.
But you're talking about...
Nikki Blonsky, Zac Efron.
Right. That's it. Yeah. That's the one I was thinking of. John Travolta.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great one.
Yeah.
So, Dave?
Let me be inquisitive for a moment.
Yes.
Okay.
Lily, did you see any of my top 5?
No.
Great. Neither have I seen any of yours. But I'm so.
You haven't seen Lion King?
Okay, that's a lie. I saw Lion King, but I haven't seen the Broadway.
Okay.
I think that's where I was.
Or the new one? Did you see the new one?
Point.
I get half a point. Yeah, but I like the new one, and she didn't, so that kind of takes away that point.
She actually just watched it this weekend, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you enjoyed it, but
it's not as good as the original.
Yeah.
I think that they try really hard to fit a lot of stars in, and I think that if you're gonna remake something, you should do it more about trying to make the story new and show it to more people than to try and make a bunch of celebrities go into it and stuff.
That's deep.
I agree with that, and I will say I didn't get a chance to say this. My favorite song is "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" from Lion King. Love that song. But what's funny is I didn't see Lion King, any of them, until about 6 months ago. Like,
really?
Never even saw the original cartoon. No.
Really?
Yeah, it actually took Ed the Undead from my YouTube channel to show it to me, and it was great.
Have you ever seen Lion King 1.5?
That's my favorite one of all of them. It is so hilarious and creative.
You should see the look on Lily's face.
Uh-oh. Well, it's a good thing we already did the episode.
I thought that one was really a clever way. And don't get me wrong, Disney is in the business to make money. But I thought that was really a clever way to take all of the people who had bought the DVDs already and have them go out and buy another one without putting a whole lot of money into something.
True.
And they did a great job. It's not like they just threw stuff up against the wall. They sat down, figured it out, and put it out. And I was like, bravo.
They took two of the funniest characters and gave them more screen time. Nothing wrong with that.
That's kind of how Empire Strikes Back 1.5 should have been with Boba Fett.
Right.
But the series is not as good.
No, the series. No. Okay. I didn't see the series.
Oh, there's like a Disney Junior series, and it's...
Oh, is that where they go around eating the grub worms all the time?
No, it's like... It's weird. I can't explain it. It's just weird.
I could see that review on Amazon. Yeah, it's weird. Or on Disney Plus. Excuse me. On Disney Plus. Wow. Well, this has been a lot of fun. See, this is kind of what I love about this show, because I really don't have a lot of knowledge about this area, and I was really excited to bring the two of you together and be able to just kind of sit here and almost kind of listen into it, because I thought that was a lot of fun.
Well, I'm happy to be on the episode. I've told you before, the episode you guys did with the favorite musical numbers is still my favorite episode that you've put out. And that's not taken away from any of your episodes. I've enjoyed them all, but I have a 10-year-old daughter, so I understand the father-daughter dynamic. And it was really cool because I do love musicals to kind of hear an episode related to it. And I thought Lily brought some amazing knowledge to the plate. And being you that isn't near as experienced with it, you kind of were on the other side of the fence. And it was really cool to see you guys kind of go back and forth. And I just thought to myself, like, man, I want to be in that conversation. And luckily, I now can say I am.
That's awesome. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
That makes me feel good. My heart grew 3 sizes. Well, wow, this has been so much fun. Thank you for being a part of this, Dave. And thank you, Lily, for being a part of this.
Of course.
Dave, is there anything that we haven't covered as far as all of the places that you are? Anything you want to pump up or put out there?
The one thing I want to say is sometimes I know this can be kind of a misunderstanding. I do a show. I don't represent the entire podcast, but I do a show on the podcast. So I do something called the Podcast from Another World. But if you search up the Podcast from Another World, you might or you might not find it. So you want to make sure that you search or subscribe to a show called The Terrible Terror Podcast. Brian is the main host. He does 2 episodes a month, and I'm the guy who comes on at midnight when everybody else has gone to sleep, and I do the old school creature features. And so if you ever want to hear me talk about movies from the 20s to the 80s, be it horror or sci-fi, tune in, and I'll let you know May is a special month because there's going to be some Vincent Price talk.
Yeah, baby.
That's right.
And so you could always find The Terrible Terror on the Instagram page that we talked about earlier, which is Instagram.com/SIP network. There are links to all of the different podcasts there. The show that Dave does, the show that I do, and 6 other incredibly different and incredibly engaging podcasts. So that being said, I'd like to make sure that you guys know that we are part of the AOC Community Media. You can find us by searching on Apple iTunes Podcasts. You can find us on Spotify, on Stitcher, and on Podbean. And you can interact with us on Twitter at twitter.com/fave5 from fans. You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram. So with that being said, Dave, I once again want to humbly thank you for coming on the show and imparting all of this musical knowledge on us.
It was a pleasure to be on this show, and I just want people to come find me on the Podcast of Another World, because you know Jamie Ray's going to be on there.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Lilli, I want to thank you for coming from your room into the plastic microphone studio and recording this with us. It's been a lot of fun.
Of course.
And that's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you out there, podcast world. This is Hulk Boy from Hollywood signing off.
Bye.